You're called to do this. You're meant to do videos. You really that person. You funny. You been funny. You was funny in high school. You at work on break. People laughing. They rock with you. You very insightful. People call you for advice. You're a good person. You might even be a bad person, but you're entertaining. Capture the moment. Capture what you do and be yourself doing it. And it's strange talking to a camera. You know what I mean? Like you're not at work, you just flowing with people and you bouncing off of them and interacting and coming up with stuff on the moment. The camera makes you feel like, what do I say? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spotlight on you, or you misunderstand that you think there's millions of people watching. Just like if you was on TV, oh, you about to be on the news, and oh, I don't like what they did to them waffles. You know what I mean? And you ain't the same. You was like, I could do that again. You let me back on TV. Then no, thank you, sir. And the news station leave when you was out in front of the Waffle House and you was talking crazy and you thought this your shot. And they're like, man, you would have been good. You good. You belong on TV. You should. You should do videos. But first, you got to create and practice. You need the repetition. You don't say, I don't belong in baseball. I can't hit a baseball. No, go to the batting cage. Go to the batting cage, hit a bunch of baseballs. And then you're going to be saying, I think I can do this. Or if after a few days, 100 days, 6 months, then don't stop. You're not good. Some things you're not good at. But imagine anything with practice, you're good. You wasn't good at cooking and you learned to cook. Now you can cook. Now you're willing to cook for other people. It happens. Put in the work. And that started from people saying, you know how to make French fries. You should start making something else. And then you start looking up stuff. You start cooking more. This is the same thing right here. Do the videos and do it for yourself. If anything, I'm really firm on this. Do it for the money. Do it for the money and quit your job. And when I say quit your job, do it full time. But if anything, travel the world. It's a beautiful life here. It don't have to be this. Or you can still be at work and you know how people say, well, what you gonna do? You win the lottery. I ain't quitting my job. I'm low key. I'm paying my bills off. I'm chilling. Yeah, you say that. You say that. But then when it gets good, you might get gone. Or you gonna have a horrible attendance. Do the videos. You're gonna be happy you did. And then as that starts to materialize in real life, you're gonna get better at it because you're gonna love it. You're gonna love what you see. And that's the dope part about it. I'm talking to somebody who is right there at the line. You know what I'm saying? Where you was thinking about, you've been thinking about it. Do it. Do it. And then that's how it starts. But when you do it, don't expect nothing. Don't be thinking I need results right away. Don't create fears of things that don't exist. Don't start to anticipate people watching and judging and saying things when you don't even have contact with them. You don't know what they don't have nothing to say about your clothes you wore last week. You wore the same thing 3 days in a row. They don't know, they can't say. They don't judge. You think they do. You think they do. And that scares you. Being exposed and being seen, that may scare you. That is a problem emotionally and mentally. And when the mind is all compromised, you're not good at this recording stuff. That was my point. When the news come and interview you, you ain't the same funny person that you was at work or at the barbecue, and you chilling and everybody's laughing a good time and they laughing at your jokes and they tell you that you should be stand up. You know, you got that one family member, you should be a comedian. You remind me of Dave Chappelle. You remind me of Dave Chappelle. And you be like, we look alike. We look alike. And hey, same thing. You could do it, but you gotta do it. And you can't let the fears overwhelm you. You can't get it all crazy in your mind and your mind telling you to stop and you don't belong here and all those type of worries. They all so small, they're stupid worries. And hey, that mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything. But when you do it and you start to realize that you can, and that takes over, and once you believe in yourself, you're gonna show up and then you're gonna start creating. Doing and creating is different. You're gonna start saying, you know what? I feel who I am. I'm myself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the funny person. And now you're doing it in front of a camera. It needs to take that time. So that's what we here for. I'm just telling you to take your time. Don't look for that in the first 5 videos. Don't even upload those videos. Just record them and have them in your phone, put them on your computer, do 10 more, do 50 more. Then you say, these are good. Editing them, putting them in CapCut, editing the videos, getting it all understood. Then you upload. That process right there is where you can scale, because you are going to be able to repeat this process, and then you can create on the fly. Just like you made 100 dinners. Then I say, hey man, I need an order of 100 dinners. 100, you've been cooking for a while. I got that. I'm gonna go get this. I need this. I'm gonna start with this. You see what I mean? Like, we start talking a language. So in these videos, I'm saying that you may need lighting. You need lighting in the front, and then you make sure your microphone is together. You do that, edit the front part out, take out all the silence, anything that doesn't have sound, but then on the back end, and then remove all the pauses out from the middle of the video. You see, that language might sound crazy, but it sounds like language to a person who's been creating content. That's how you able to create, through understanding. And so understand that you need to make the videos, but you do not have to post them. You don't have to introduce yourself to that pressure, the ridicule and the judgers. They just judging, they waiting, they got their phone in your hand. Unless you a judger, your phone in hand, look at them trying, idiot, you know? And then that person felt it like, damn, I stopped. And then you see them later, why you start recording? Cause I didn't belong there, and you be thinking, you did it, you imbecile, you know? Them judges don't mean nothing. Do the video, but it ain't time for that yet. It ain't time to face your fears. You can do it quietly. Get on with the videos, man. Thanks for hanging out.